Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the solution of 2D Laplace equation by using separation of variable method, where the Laplace equation in 2D form is represented by this, and also it is represented with the vector operator del, where the value of del is del by del x I cap, del by del z x y, del by del z j cap. The learning outcome of this lecture: one should be able to understand the following: significance of Laplace equation, how to solve Laplace equation with Dirichlet condition, significance of Laplace equation. Well, this is the Laplace equation of 2D. In general, the equation governs physical process where equilibrium has been reached. Example: steady heat condition, that means when with respect to time the effect is neglected, rate of change with respect to time is neglected. Irrotational fluid flow for ideal fluid. Laplace equation involve time dependent phenomena. We must only specifically boundary condition. We must go only for the specific boundary condition. That means we don't require the initial condition for this. The boundary condition for the Laplace equation will be: first, as a Dirichlet condition, u is given, where the main function dependent variable, the value of u is given for particular boundaries. Newman condition, when the derivative of u is given, where n is the unit normal direction. And Robin boundary condition, when u and the combination of Dirichlet and Newman boundary condition is called Robin boundary condition. In first Dirichlet condition, when we are saying that u is given, that means if we consider a plate, then a temperature of u is given at the boundaries of the plate or somewhere in the boundary. So u is given. Now we discuss Laplace equation for Dirichlet condition. Like if we consider a plate which edges are from A to B, B to C and C to D, then the heat temperature in this plate is at a steady state. That means if we are going to say that del U by del T is 0, then we will calculate the temperature by using the Laplace equation. That means it is at a steady state. So the equation will be represented by Laplace equation. The problem will be represented by Laplace equation. And according to these values, we come to know that the length of x is a. That means from this point to this point, the value is a. And from this point till origin, the value is b. The length in y direction is b and in x direction is a. Now the first boundary condition is ux b is 0. ux b is 0. X means the value of x is variable. That means we can consider the value of x as a by 2, a by 4, a by 10, a by 20. So ux b, the value of b, value of y at b means this is the value of y is equal to b. So uxb means we are discussing about the this edge a to c, sorry, d to c. So at this point the temperature is 0. Now the second condition is uay is 0. That means when x is a, the line where the x is a is, this is the edge where x is a. So at this edge the temperature is 0 because this line is represented by x is equal to a. Now when we consider x is 0, ux0, y is equal to 0. That means the value where the we can say that x is equal to 0. over here y-axis is x0. So this edge is also, this side of the plate is again a temperature at 0. That means we have three places where the temperature is 0. 1, 2 and 3. If the force is same, then there is no temperature difference and temperature travel does not exist. Temperature with a difference, without temperature difference, the temperature will not change. But in the third condition, we get to know that when y is 0, that means at x-axis, when y is 0, there is something which is mathematically represented by fx. Means over here we are not 0, other than 0. That means there is temperature difference. So all the values are given on the boundaries and in the term of u, where u is the main temperature function. So this is called the Dirichlet condition for Laplace equation model. Now step to solve the Laplace equation. First we assume that the solution equals the product of two functions which depend on the independent variable, as we already assumed that u is a function of x and y. So the assumed solution will be the function of x and function of y, like x and y, as we already done in the previous lectures. Second step, direct substitution into the partial differential equation, because we assume this is the solution. If we assume this is the solution of any partial differential equation, then it must satisfy the equation. So we just substitute it, we solve it and apply the boundary condition. When we solve it and applying the boundary condition, and when the partial derivative is separated, because this is the del square u by del x square, del square u by del y square is equal to 0. When we substitute the value, we get y d square x by dx square plus x d square y by dy square is equal to 0. Dividing by x and y, we get 1 by x d square x by dx square plus 1 by y d square y by dy square is equal to 0. Now the variables are different, so after substituting separating it, we get 1 by x d square x by dx square is equal to minus 1 by y d square y by dy square is equal to a constant k, as we already done in a previously. But over here I just want to make a point. It should be noted that negative sign with the right side. Can we consider the negative sign with the x? This is only possible when the temperature difference in x direction, then we will take negative sign along with x, and if the temperature difference with y direction, then we take the negative sign along with y. But over here we are just discussing about the general solution. If this right side is a k, the value of k is 0, then solution will be this. If the value of k is plus p square, that means always positive, then the solution will be this. But if the value of the k is minus p square, that means always negative. As we discussed previously, vibration and temperature is always going to be decreasing mode. So the constant, this constant will be represented in the form of negative form. So it is only minus p square. Then the solution is this. That means this is the required solution for the upcoming problems. We have to neglect the first and second case. That means the constant, this constant is always negative. This is the point. Now to solve the example, the problem is solve this equation which satisfy the condition u xy is equal to u ly is equal to u x0 is equal to 0. That means if we consider this as a 2D problem, this is the origin, then u when x is 0, x is 0 at y-axis is 0. Over here it is 0. When x is L, that means we consider the length of the model is L, and y is varying, then this edge is also at 0. When y is 0, y is 0 at x-axis, this edge is also again at 0 temperature, and the only place where we are getting the temperature difference is this. So temperature will be traveled from the this edge. That means the negative sign we have to consider with y direction after separating. So this is the equation, and we assume the solution u is a function of x and y. Substituting this, we get this value, and over here we take negative sign along with y because the temperature difference is in y direction, is equal to minus p square, and the solution for this we have to consider only for this part when k is minus p square. So this is the solution for the general solution. This is the first solution for the given problem. Now we have to implement the boundary condition in it. This is the way how we calculated the general solution for this. D square x is equal to minus p square, and it is the auxiliary equation for this problem. M is equal to plus minus p iota, so x is this, and similarly for the y, the auxiliary equation is m square minus p square is equal to 0. That means m is equal to plus minus p, real number, so the value of y is this. So finally we get the solution as we have previously discussed. So this is represented by equation 4, or we can say that this is the first solution, general solution. Now we use the boundary condition. First boundary condition, when x is 0, y u is equal to 0. That means we have to put x as a 0 over here. We get 0 is equal to c1, and this term is complete as the same. So over here, if we consider this as a 0, we will substitute the value in the previous solution, that is in equation 4, and the complete solution will be 0. So we have only one option, that c1 is equal to 0. Now substituting the value of c1 is equal to, we got new solution, that is s2. Now this is the new solution. Now you have to forget the previous this equation. Now all the condition whatever you are implementing, that is only for the s2. Now the second boundary condition is, when the value of x is L, u is equal to 0. Now we have to put x is equal to L. X is equal to L, u is equal to 0. We get u is 0, c2 sin pl, and this value. Again we have a same problem. This is not equal to 0 because this is unchanged in x2. If we consider c2 0, we will substitute the value of c2 over here. The complete solution will be 0. So we have only one option, that is sin pl. So we substitute sin pl is equal to 0. Sin is 0 only for the sin n pi. Now comparing the angle, we get the value of p, that is n pi by l. Now putting the value of p in equation 5, that means the previous solution, we get a new solution. This is S3. This is the new updated solution. Now all the boundary condition and the values we will substitute over here in S3. Now you have to neglect the previous solution. Now applying the third condition, u is 0 when y is 0. Now we substitute u is 0 when y is 0, u is 0, c2 is same, sin n pi x by l is same, c3 plus c4. Where over here if we substitute the 0, then e to the power 0 is 1, e to the power minus 0 is 1, so we have c3 plus c4. c3 plus c4 is 0 because we can't take c2 as a 0 or sin n pi x by l is 0 because we have to substitute over here. Or we can say that the values, those values which are not changed after substituting the boundary condition, that is not equal to 0. We only take the values those who got affected after substituting the boundary condition is equal to 0. So we substitute the boundary condition, we find that the only change place over here C3 plus C4. So C3 is equal to minus C4. Now substituting this value in our new solution, that is S3, we get the new solution. Now this is the S4, this is the new updated solution. Now you have to forget this solution S3. Now the new solution is this: y is equal to C2 C3 sin n pi x by L e to the power n pi y by L minus e to the power minus n pi y by L. Now in this model, this is the new solution. Now all the boundary conditions are used, only one boundary condition is remaining, that is y is equal to a when u is equal to this. That means when u, the value of u is sin n pi x by L when y is a. So we substitute this value, y is equal to a and u is equal to this. The sin n pi x by L is u, c2 c3 sin n pi x by L and e to the power n pi a. Over here we replace y with a, n pi a upon L e to the power minus n pi a by L. So we find that this value is cancelled out. So C2 is into C3 is 1 over e to the power n pi a by L minus e to the power minus n pi a by L. So we get the value of C2 into C3. Now we have to substitute this value in our previous solution. So we get a new solution, that is u is equal to sin n pi x by L, this is with sign and with bracket this term. Please remember you are not allowed to cancel it because over here we have y and over here we have a, so this will not be neglected. So this is the required solution for the given problem. Now the summary: in this lesson we discussed the following: how to use method of separation of variable for Laplace equation. The point you have to remember that negative sign will go with the term where the temperature difference. If the temperature difference exists in a x direction, then at the time of separation of variable you have to consider the negative sign with x. Now this is the example which is required to be solved by the students, and submit the solution of this equation example to your concerned faculty. If you are having any doubt related to it, you have to discuss with your concerned faculty. Now this is the end of unit 4th. Your unit 4th is over. So from next lecture onward we will discuss about the 5th unit, the last unit of this semester. Thank you for watching this video and stay home, stay safe. Subscribe this channel for the upcoming videos.